All right. Hello and welcome back to the Cancha. I'm Fabian and I'm here with
Manuel.
Maria.
and after a bit of just having the last of the World Cup have been for what, like 2 weeks now, three. It's
It's
been
been a good
two,
while.
it's been like 2 weeks.
2 3 weeks
yeah.
ago. There's been so many things going on in the world of soccer, in the world of football, and so many transfers and rumors going around. So that's what we're really gonna be here talking about, because there's so many things that that I feel like needs to be discussed. It needs to have an opinion and see kind of what we think about. So a lot of it's gonna be just transfer rumors going on with these. They can be from like just big clubs that we've been hearing about. It can be from our personal favorites as well. And we want to hear from you guys as well of what you guys think about these opinions. So one of the first ones, and actually I wanted to bring it up because it's kind of been regarding even the FC Barcelona club. I kind of want to see what you guys think about your current transfers that's been going on. So one of the first things that I've been hearing about is the fact that you guys have gone during the World Cup, or no, before the World Cup, Anthony Gordon going in from Newcastle to Barcelona, and I want to say it was not a hefty transfer fee.
It was about 80 million.
About 80 million. But one of the biggest things is that is that a Barcelona quality player that you guys kind of inquired, or?
I mean, he showed kind of like a little bit of what he can do during the World Cup when he did start. He's pretty quick. Hopefully he'll gel well with the left back that we have and wreak havoc on the left side.
Yeah, because one thing I was thinking of is the fact that you guys already had a similar player like in Rashford, and I want to say he had a great season for you guys, but then all of a sudden, people were expecting, oh, are we going to keep Rashford? And then Anthony Gordon came into the picture.
Yeah.
So, similar player or different in their playing style?
I think it's a little bit different. I think Rashford does have like a more like calm demeanor as opposed to Gordon, which is just pretty much like raw pace.
Yeah.
I think everybody was kind of stunned with what was going on with Rashford and Gordon, and then that whenever they came up with the transfer rumor about Gordon being the one that they're going to target was kind of like, I guess, blindsided in a sense.
Yeah.
And it was just I just got to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll work out. They're two very different players, so it's gonna be interesting. Like, I really think I figured they would go towards Rashford, but once the rumor came out, like it didn't shock me, because Barcelona's not the team like to actually keep, like they will like go towards like a different player usually than a bigger. Yeah.
Do you think Gordon suits Hansi Flick's style though? Because they do play a certain style to where, I mean, because it's mainly always been contradicted for him having that high line, but always having pacey players though to be able to go and have a high press and win the ball once they lose it right away. I mean, I don't know if you guys have watched Gordon through the Premier League over like the league season and everything, but he is one of the most rapid players that Premier League has. So if that's what he's looking for, I mean, I would say that he's a quicker player. I mean, he does have that composure when he's on the ball, but Barcelona's tiki-taka also with now the incorporated high press. Do you feel like it will suit Hansi Flick's style?
I think so. I think, like I said, like when you lose the ball, you got to be quick and you got to try and go back and try and win the ball. So I think he'll learn a lot from playing over there. He's pretty young still, so he did play pretty well whenever Newcastle was going into that season before they went to the Champions League. So I think he'll probably be suited pretty good for Barca's style of play.
Yeah,
I think so, because the thing about it is, like, people, especially what he's been, like, the coach been there 2-3 years. Yeah, right.
About 2 years.
So the thing about it is, like, each season he's changing the way that they play. Like, he hasn't changed. Like, he moves it around. And the thing about it is, like, you need players. Like, I think it'll do good to have him in La Liga, because La Liga has its own history of like the way they play, like, like you said, like tiki-taka, like
more possessive style.
Yeah,
for
more
sure,
and like the Premier League is much different.
Yeah,
so,
more physical.
and you need players like that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like with like you can't get comfortable in one way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it'll do good.
Because definitely, I want to say that Barcelona definitely needs more direct players and also like finishers. They need people to be able to go and constantly put goals behind the net, which is actually going to be on to the next transfer I was going to talk about. So you guys have released Lewandowski. So you guys
Yes.
don't have what do you call it? Golendowski. And then also some possibilities that Ferran Torres can end up leaving to a different club like PSG. Well, I did see recently that they just said that they closed the options for anybody who wanted to get Ferran Torres. The only one that could possibly get him if they absolutely wanted him was PSG. Anyways, but there's rumors that Julian Alvarez could potentially have a chance to go to Barcelona. The only thing is, I guess Atletico is being very, stingy. Or I mean, I can see why they don't want to give their best striker to a rival club.
Yeah.
I mean that absolutely makes sense. But one thing I was gonna mention and get your guys' opinion, like, does Julian Alvarez make sense going to Barcelona? I mean, you need a replacement as like, Lewandowski being your best striker, or I'll at least say one of your best strikers. You have to replace him with another great striker with those same qualities or better.
Yeah, and you can tell a little bit, like you were just talking about, just the high pressing that style that Flick plays. You can tell from the World Cup whenever Alvarez was playing how quickly they try to press as well. He does run a lot, so that does help out as well. He's pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
I did see also that they're trying to kind of like sweeten the deal a bit, so trying to give Ferran Torres and some money for Alvarez, but they're also being very.
Are they trying to do like a swap deal with Ferran
kind
Torres?
of like
Alvarez?
a swap deal? Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know how far that's if that's even been considered or not. But I know they were talking about that one.
You would think like having a World Cup winner would kind of like boost your team up a little bit as well. So I mean, I don't know. I didn't know that they were thinking about doing a swap deal. I just knew that Atletico just weren't looking to want to get rid of him in general. And like I said, especially down to like Barcelona, they don't want to give him over. But I mean, what do you think? If Julian Alvarez have already made comments even during the World Cup that he wants to leave Atletico, what do you think Atletico needs to do now?
I think Atletico needs to. Okay, so they can go one of both ways. If he's a good player, like he's a really great player. He's shown that he can hold his own in La Liga, and so honestly, like if I was Atletico, I wouldn't sell. I wouldn't.
But would you keep a player saying that he's been wanting to leave though, or would you try to like
I mean, the thing about it is like how many teams have kept players that keep saying that they want to leave. Like that, I think now it's up to the club to make him
want to
stay there, but don't make him the center of it, because then if you make him the center of it, that's when like the whole style goes to crap basically.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna want to sell him to Barcelona. They'll want to sell him to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like you don't ever want to sell to one of your rivals.
And I was thinking like who else would be able to afford Julian Alvarez, maybe like a transfer fee or even like maybe wages. I don't know if he's a heavy player with wages or anything, but I was thinking maybe of course PSG could probably go into some of those. Maybe an English club in the Premier League could probably do so as well.
Maybe
But
Bayern.
Maybe Bayern, yeah. But I mean, Bayern right now they have Harry Kane,
Kane,
so it wouldn't make sense for them to have two superstar strikers. I know some English clubs can definitely go for that, but I mean, like I said, I don't know if the transfer fee has to be crazy because I mean, you've seen it nowadays. There's players going for 150 million when you absolutely would have never thought that they deserve that much.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine. Okay, Julian Alvarez is a World Cup winner and consistently being regarded as one of the best strikers currently right now. How much would he go for?
Yeah.
So. And you never know too, because what we consider like oil team monies, like they'll just like spend whatever they can to try and get their target if they need to.
Yeah.
Like what they did with Newcastle when they went for Isaac. I think it was Isaac.
Yeah. Yeah. Isak.
Yeah. Isak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just.
It didn't end up working out for Liverpool at all.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
They got a completely different player, and yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, you've seen how they've gone for the player that they want to go for, because they have the money for it. So
yeah,
like you said, I could see a lot of Premier League players trying to go for him.
Okay. Is there any other kind of like big notice that you guys have made from Barcelona that excites you, or some that maybe surprised you?
Yeah, they have the one from Dortmund, Adeyemi.
Yeah, Adeyemi. Yeah.
He looks. I mean, he's been pretty good for Dortmund. So I mean, I kind of expected a little bit of.
I'm trying to
something
remember now,
from him.
like your winger department now, because I mean, of course you have Yamal, now you got
Mhm.
Gordon, now you got Adeyemi, you got ¿Quién más?
We have.
I'm trying to think of others.
Rooney.
As well, and he was
Uh,
supposed to be like an up and coming, like
Yeah,
potential.
But he didn't get as much playing time. That's the thing.
And that's the thing, and that's what I'm kind of worried about with Adeyemi. Like
Yeah.
you're bringing in the pacey players, but you got too many good quality to where like how you're gonna rotate it around.
I feel like he'll play kind of like how Ferran Torres is playing though, like kind of like a center forward, and play up top, like either with him or
Yeah,
in this position.
they were saying that potentially Gordon could be playing more of that center forward role. I mean, I know
even,
that was
even if he does go for it, then Adeyemi can go to the left side.
yeah.
too.
Mhm.
So.
I can see that. I feel bad for Rooney though, because I've seen his potential and I've seen him
Yeah.
play, and I love the way he plays. But yeah, it just sucks that they don't give him as much playing time. I seen Ter Stegen has ended up leaving.
Yeah.
He's going off to Ajax.
Ajax, yeah.
I don't know if there's any other big ones that might stand out.
There's some rumors of they're going for either Laporte.
Yes, I think they should.
or,
I think they absolutely should. But they're
there's
saying
another
that
center back too.
they wanted to replace Araujo.
Araujo, yeah.
Araujo, because he's not the standard that Barcelona needs.
Mhm.
But they also criticize him for his pace. But I've heard-
he's definitely regressed in the years that he's been there. He's and most of it has to do with like mentality wise, because he had been out for a while because of mental issues, I guess, that he was
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
had. So
They're also going for Christian Romero.
yeah, that was another.
That
one.
would be a pretty good
Mhm.
signing, I would want to say as well. He's aggressive as well. He can.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he's a really, really good option if Barca can get to him.
Yeah.
And there was also talks if Real Madrid don't go for Rodri, then for Barcelona trying to sweep
yeah.
in and try and get him. But I don't know. I feel like
I don't know.
Real
Madrid would definitely benefit more
definitely
having
going-
Rodri
Yeah.
than Barcelona having. Because I mean, who would Rodri come in to replace then? Is it De Jong, Frankie De Jong, or is it like a Pedri position, or is like a?
So
Well,
if he
apparently,
plays,
like PSG is looking to buy Pedri.
Mhm. I mean, I hope.
I mean,
they don't
if-
sell him.
the only person I can see him replacing is probably Fabian Ruiz from PSG.
Yeah.
That's the only one, because I mean, I don't think he wants to mess up the Vitinha and Neves chemistry that they have going on. The only one I can see them sacrificing is Fabian Ruiz. But the thing is, like, with Pedri's pedigree that he has right now, I wouldn't want to mess with that either, giving him like a rotationary position. And
definitely, I think Rodri, like if he were to go to Barca, I think it would be either for De Jong or for Bernal, who's been coming back from injury.
the
too.
young is still somewhat young, isn't he? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, he's
in
still in
his
his
20s, probably like 25ish, 26.
yeah, like he's not old either. Like, if anything, I want to say Rodri for sure is older.
Mm.
I want to say Pedri. Oh no, we're looking at the young. The young is 29. Okay, he's about to
29,
hit his
okay.
30s. Dang, feels like so long ago. Like
Yeah.
if he was like still in Ajax, it didn't feel like he was in Ajax.
But even so,
That
like
long
I said,
ago.
they do also have Bernal, who's been, I think he's 22 or 23.
Yeah, that's
who's
true.
a younger player too.
And
but
then
he's
you also
been coming
gotta-
out from injury, but
Danny
Not
Olmo,
playing
you
good.
guys still have as well.
mm-hmm.
And then who's gonna be Fermin Lopez, which he's been a good player for you guys as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Gavi, like where are you guys gonna rotate him around? Because I don't think he's necessarily like a winger player.
Mm-mm.
He has to be somewhere. I don't know.
They
You
have
you
been
got too many
trying out
quality players.
Fermin Lopez as a winger though. When he did play for Barca, he was playing like
Okay.
towards the left side.
Then
left
who's he
winger.
gonna be rotating out for Yamal or something?
Uh,
Because I'm looking at right now, like who you guys have. Because Rafinha, golly, you guys do have.
another
Yeah.
one.
You guys
That's
that have too many
Yeah.
good quality players. Golly. Okay, then we'll see how that. Okay. Is there any other ones that might stand out for you guys from Barca? I don't know of any rumors necessarily, because I know Real Madrid actually has a good amount. I know Rodri was just like the first one of it, but Jan Diomande, the Ivory Coast, a year and a
Latino.
half ago, high school prospect. I don't know if you guys heard about that. Jan
Yes,
Diomande
yeah.
starting off like a high school UPSL team in Florida. like a year and a half ago, close to 2, and then he got picked up by a Spanish team, Levante. What's the
Levante?
No, is that what it's called?
That's one of them.
Yeah, he got picked up by a Spanish team, and then I think not even like half a year later, RB Leipzig ended up picking him up, and then he had a stellar year. For like the first year, and then now he went to the World Cup, got a lot more attraction, a lot more attention, and now Real Madrid ended up sweeping him up
for like
over 100 million.
135 million.
Golly, imagine you going from like playing high school soccer,
being
and then
19?
19 as well, so
Golly.
young, and then being proposed over 100 million.
But that's another thing too. Like Real Madrid have so many wingers.
Yeah.
Where are they going to play him?
Hey, another one.
Enzo
Vinny
Fernandez
Jr.
too.
Oh, Enzo
Fernandez is a rumor to one.
You know, whenever they were doing the presidency about Perez, and then I forgot what the other guy's name was, but like they were saying, like Perez was saying, like if I get elected, I'm gonna bring in like one of the best players in the world right now.
Yeah.
And they were saying that potentially that could have been someone in an area that they needed, and a lot of people were saying like, oh, well, somewhere in the midfield we need, like, we don't have a Cruz anymore, we don't have a Modric anymore, like we need somebody that they were suspecting that it was gonna be like Olise.
Oh, okay.
But now the talks are done. Like Bayern's saying that they're not selling off any one of their players anyways, like Diaz or Olise.
I don't see them selling any.
So that's what I heard. Like and then afterwards, like, okay, we're gonna go for someone else. And Enzo Fernandez was one of the people that they were talking about. So I mean, I like Enzo, but if Chelsea gets rid of him, I mean, especially for good amounts of money, then
I think there was a small rumor too that Barca might go for Kimmich too, but Kimmich is a little bit older than De Jong. Like he's
already past his prime. I want to say.
So I don't see that one going as far. But
I would definitely say he's a good veteran player right now. I mean, not the one that you expect, like he's old, but like he's just hitting his like early 30s. I want to say. How old is Kimmich?
He's about early 30s.
31, 32 maybe. Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich, 31. So he's definitely like an experienced player. Any club that would take him, like they would definitely benefit.
Yeah.
Locker room, personality wise, him meshing with the team. Yeah, he'll be great. But yeah, Jan Diamande. Is there any other big ones for sure? Oh, Vinicius Jr. potentially leaving Real Madrid.
Arsenal.
Yeah, to Arsenal potentially. Yeah, because if they have Jan Diamande and he's supposed to be like the next big thing for Real Madrid, you would have to expect they have to get rid of their wingers. Now, I wasn't expecting it would be a smooth for Vinny for him to leave, but who's in charge? Who's the manager now?
Yeah.
And then who was he having issues during the Champions League with because of an incident?
Yeah, you're right.
Is he gonna want to stick around for that to see how that goes, or is he gonna want to jump the ship before
Because I think like I think this new era of coming of Real Madrid, like it makes sense why he's getting players. He wants to go back to that like very physical like Real Madrid mentality, like hate the opponent basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at
they're gonna sell him for a really good price if they do too. So
you look at the Real Madrid team right now and the people they've been bringing in, because now they have like they brought in Cucurella. Trying to think of who else. I mean, they're talks of bringing Rodri. If they do bring Rodri, man, that elevates them so much for sure. They have Jan Diamande, which is a good prospect, a winger. I mean, he's proven, but he has to bring it now at a big club like Real Madrid. So I mean, they're still kind of waiting on that. Man, I'm trying to think of who else they're necessarily bringing in, or who they still have in general. They still have an elite goalkeeper in Courtois. Man, they still got a pretty good, decent. I would want to say like the center back roles is somewhere I'm kind of like, kind of have to improve just a little bit more about that. The center backs, because let me see.
They have Alexander Arnold as right back.
Yeah, but he's kind of been, they brought him in and it's almost been like, a letdown. It seems like it seemed like a letdown. Oh, they got Dumfries. Dumfries. That's definitely gonna be. They have Konate from Liverpool. Brought in Cucurella. Oh man, I'm forgetting some of these. Bernardo Silva that they brought in from Man City.
Yes.
A little older, but still an experienced player. Okay, so those are the recent transfers that they ended up bringing. They brought somebody else from a Spanish team, Levante, where Carlos Espi.
Okay,
I think that might be that's a striker, but I mean he's young though. They only bought him for about like 30 mil. So he's definitely like gonna be either rotational prospect or whatever. But Dumfries is definitely gonna come in and make a difference. I would want to say Konate, he can be a rotational player because he would have to get around like Rudiger. He got to get around like some of the other players that they also have as well right now. I mean, yeah, because
I think they were
Dean
just
Huijsen?
missing
they I mean he
that
has
second center back.
second center back who
I'm just saying that I think that's who we were missing with like just that second
Oh.
center back because Dean Huijsen or Rudiger, like if one of them gets injured, like who else do
yeah.
they have?
Well, they also are supposed to have Militao, but he's always injured as well. He never stays fit. And I don't know. I don't rate him. I don't rate Militao.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, don't. They have Raul Asensio, which is supposed to be like one of their academy players coming up to like
Yeah.
be a first team player, but same
Who
thing.
they
Either
keep
he had
comparing to Kubarsi.
no, not at all. That's embarrassing at this point. But I mean, their midfield is definitely starting to get more stacked. Bernardo Silva, Jude Bellingham, Camavinga, Valverde, Chouameni, Guyer, Dumfries now in there. So, and shoo, you talk about the forwards, Vinny Jr. I will say if Vinny Jr. does leave, that can potentially open Mbappe to go back to his left wing position.
Oh, yeah.
And he can start taking over that. Rodrigo, which I'm surprised he didn't leave, but he's still there.
Endrick.
Endrick is back over there as well. So Endrick will definitely, Kylian Mbappe on left, Endrick in a striker position, and then who would be going on the right side? I mean, that would be a position for like Rodrigo.
Yeah.
They have Brahim Diaz, Franco, the Argentinian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did they have Mascherano?
Yeah, Mascherano. Yeah, that's Franco.
Yeah.
Franco Mascherano. They have him as well. He's young though, 18 years old. But I mean, they push him for being a really, really good player. I don't know if there's any other crazy rumors from Real Madrid. I know there's been a lot roaming around, but I know Vinny Jr. was like the biggest one. I would say he should leave for the reason of the fact that
There's too many.
there's too many, and plus, if he goes to Arsenal, he would be that player at Arsenal. He would overtake everybody. He would be the best one. I mean, if he's not, people regard him as one of the better players in the world right now. I mean, him going to Arsenal. And plus, I think that's what Arsenal needs anyways. They need to elevate the fact that they won the Premier League and they got close to winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
If they had brought in a player like that, that elevates him so much.
Yeah, I think he'll get more recognition there than he has in Real Madrid in the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't had a really good season. I'm not saying he has terrible seasons, but he hasn't had.
Oh no, keep going.
Yeah, like he hasn't had that standout since like Mbappe came in and all of like he's fighting for something that it's an uphill battle.
He's been going down in a pretty bad trajectory, but I would say ever since like he lost that Ballon d'Or,
Yeah.
To Rodri.
Yep.
to Rodri and everything, because he was saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna show them why."
Why?
Yeah.
And then and like I think it's like that's my issue. Like I guess you would say personal awards that they put so much emphasis into it that then they come back, they don't win,
Forget how to play.
and they forget how to play, and they're like, well, they like throw a fit kind of thing, and it's just like, nah, dude, just
worried about them eyes instead of the teams.
Well, actually, real quick, last one from Real Madrid. Actually, Nico Paz decided not to stay at Real Madrid and decided wanted to continue on with Como in Italy with Fabregas. Yeah, playing that style. Now, if you guys have any big transfers from the Premier League, if you guys have been keeping up, I kind of want to start off a little bit with the Chelsea project. Yeah. Well, I gotta say, not just player wise, but manager wise, going in.
yeah.
Big transfers for Chelsea, getting in Xavi Alonso. I would want to say Real Madrid. I want to say made a mistake letting him go. Because they listened to what Vinicius said, that they weren't liking the way he was. I don't know, taking over, I guess, in a sense, or like wanting to change perspectives of how he wanted his team to play. Like if you don't fit that system, then you're gonna get rotated around. Because he's definitely threw in some tantrums about
Oh yeah.
like, oh, you're subbing me off. What did I do? Or like, you're subbing me off too, or whatever the case was. I thought Xabi Alonso would have been a good appointment for Real Madrid, but I guess the big man upstairs just didn't want to trust in him and didn't want to trust his players.
The thing about it is like they want coaches that come in and for some reason win everything within the first season.
I'm glad it bit Real Madrid in the ass so they
Yeah.
can really notice that. Like, damn, like
Because
okay.
Xavi's a really good, like he's a great coach.
Mhm.
And then they had to settle for Arbeloa for like 3 seasons.
Yes, and then what happened?
Yeah.
Like he ended up leaving, and now he's at Fulham. So yeah, I'm glad that Chelsea ended up getting Xabi Alonso, which I was surprised, to be honest. I was really surprised because I thought with his Liverpool connections he was probably gonna not do it, but I'm glad he did it, and now his project has been it looking like it's been on a upwards trajectory. Reason why I say that is because we've been getting a lot of stick for signing just young players.
Yeah.
But he's bringing in the Unk status to Chelsea right now.
The big one for 117 or 116.
Yeah,
million.
that was a bit of like oh.
I think that was a little bit of a reach, but it's still like not the player wise, just the money wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have seen him getting them for a little bit cheaper than that.
So one of his big statements signings was definitely we needed some more depth in defense, and Marco Palestra from Atlanta definitely came in, young defender. I want to say he can play either a center back or outside back. He can kind of do a little bit of both, but he was a pretty good signing that I want to say. I didn't really get too much of a sense of like how he plays because he plays in Italy and I don't really watch there, but from everybody kind of talking around his name, he's been one of the best center back youngsters coming up. He's also get some younger signings from Portugal and Giovanni Kinda. But again, yes, you guys were talking about it. Morgan Rogers,
Morgan Rogers.
157 million coming in. I don't know.
Be his teammate for the most expensive English
Yeah,
For real.
transfer.
British transfer, because it came first to Anderson.
Elliot Anderson.
Yeah, Elliot Anderson, and now like what I want to say like not even a week later, he ended up breaking this later on. So I was like, oh, you think you can top for Man City? Then we're gonna show you. So they got Morgan Rogers. I mean, of course, I think the transfer fee is ridiculous. I absolutely don't think he's worth that much at all.
I mean, he's a decent player. Like he knows how to like hold the ball up, and also he's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Young.
But I mean, shoot, you're talking about like
That's like-
compared to this player, like we were talking about, like we thought this was crazy when Paul Pogba was being bought out for like
For
less
that
than that.
much.
Freaking Neymar was getting
Yeah.
for
And
any.
we're like, what the heck? You know,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
And then now this seems like like it's still crazy, but we're not gonna make too much of a big deal about it. People are still gonna do it anyways. But another one for Chelsea as well, Mackenzie Lacroix from Crystal Palace, the one we were talking about from the game. Now this is where we started receiving our Unk statuses. Danny Welbeck.
Then he
From
went back,
Brighton.
free agent.
We also did as well are in confirmation for Jordan Henderson.
Jordan Henderson. Yeah, I've seen that one too.
Yeah, you saw that? Yeah. And then Maria, you brought it over, the Valentin Barco from Strasbourg, the Argentinian. Yeah. So I like where Xabi Alonso is coming in with more experienced players rather than just still relying on the youngsters. So
because you need that experience, like, and I think that's what
Absolutely.
Chelsea is missing. Chelsea is missing that, like, they've had a really good team the past couple of years, and they just haven't been able to get to that finish.
they always
line.
talked about it's the locker room management.
Yeah.
Can the players handle that? Do we have experienced players to be able to go and handle them? But
Yeah, that like
yeah,
while
no.
all these other clubs are trying to get like the youngest players for the most money, is like
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, you know, the speed and the youthness gets, but that experience, like that experience gets to you, and like and I mean, I'm excited to see what Chelsea has.
I am
has to
I am
offer.
upset that they ended up taking out Marco Correa because I
Mhm.
did like him as an outside back. He was weird though, and the fact
He was weird.
The reason why I say that, have you heard his little like chant that he has, where like
Yeah.
where it's like him talking about like Holland trembling?
Mhm.
Well, how
Yeah.
does it? Do you know how it goes?
Yeah. Oh, where's it? I see- yeah.
Yeah.
Comiendo paella.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that, I cringe so bad. I'm like, you know what? Like I liked you, but thank goodness he left.
Well,
He needs to
they said
leave.
in an interview, I think I seen that he said that his teammates had told him to sing it if they won.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he completed his promise.
Okay, well I guess so.
And
Oh,
now
but
that boy got
Okay,
rocking
you guys
them
like it.
instead of the big fro like hair. He's got some braids now.
yeah, now he
Yeah.
does. Yeah, I've seen that recently too. That's crazy. But I'm upset about Cucurella because I actually did like him as a player. But one player I'm actually excited because I questioned why we ended up getting him at all was Alejandro Garnacho.
Garnacho.
Yeah, the
Ooh.
Atletico player then went to Man United,
Mhm.
and then he was regarded as like an up and coming player for sure. But then he started having a bad stint one year, and then he wasn't playing anymore. Behavior issues, and Chelsea bought him. Thought they can do something with them, and then nope,
Loading them out.
absolutely, yeah, it didn't come in and did squat. So I'm glad they ended up releasing him and didn't
Yeah.
stick to him at all. Well, I mean, technically he's still a Chelsea player. He's only out on loan, but I'm hoping that he can
But he's not
eventually.
here
You
for
hope
the
that
season,
Ashton be
yeah.
advisor.
Stay there.
Yeah, please. If anything, please.
If anything.
If anything, please. I mean, we brought it
I
up.
think that's that one and Anderson's. I think is the only bigger transfer news coming from Premier League. No,
Premier League.
besides Venice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
from the Runer. Yeah. Well, there's also another one from Chelsea United, Andre Santos. He was an up and coming midfielder, but I don't know if he was going to be anything special for the team. So that was going to be either or. Sandro Tonali from Newcastle to Tottenham.
To Tottenham. Yeah.
There's a lot of players actually going into Tottenham. Actually, let me do a little bit more research into that. There's been rumors and players coming in. The one that they were getting bagged about Tottenham was that they
Matheus.
bought a midfielder that ended up having 2 seasons in the Premier League being relegated. So Mateus Fernandes, if you guys have heard about him, his career,
Wolves.
he was with Southampton, and then from there he got relegated. And then from there he went to West Ham, and then he got relegated, and now he's coming up to
golly.
Tottenham. So they're saying like the curse is gonna be with him, that he went to Tottenham, and then now this season Tottenham's gonna get relegated.
Who were close to being relegated this past
2 seasons in a row they got close to it. But now you got Marco Senesi, an up-and-coming Bournemouth center back. That one's a good one for Tottenham. Andrew Robinson, that's also another good one.
Andrew. I forgot.
Yeah. This is also from like last year's as well. Conor Gallagher. Those were for them previous seasons. But those are the big standouts. Sandro Tonali was another big standout for sure. I think that he's going to benefit. Also with the players as well that Tottenham has. So, and all in all, I don't want them to do good, but if they do better, then kudos to them.
Yeah,
Kudos to them.
He's like, I don't want him to do good, but we'll
I don't know if there's any other huge big. Well, one thing that you guys were mentioning as well, because I would like to start involving a little bit more of like us getting into our domestic leagues a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
a little bit of Liga MX, a little bit of MLS
Yeah.
in action. You guys were mentioning it. Casemiro to Inter Miami.
to Miami.
Yeah. One thing I was gonna mention, I was like, man, you know what we should do? We should start going to Houston Dynamo games.
We should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I brought that up because I brought up the most important transfer news to come out. If you guys can, I'll give you a hint. It's a Mexican international, a retired Mexican international.
Oh, Chicharito going to a second division
Bro.
or something like that.
Yes.
Just
It's like
stop.
Austin. No, it's Austin or Atlanta.
Huh?
Right? Austin, Atlanta.
Atletico Dallas. Or
Dallas,
Dallas,
that's
Dallas,
what
Dallas,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Atletico Dallas or Dallas Atletico.
I did see that. I was like,
I
you
was
still
like,
playing?
Yes.
I was like, why?
I was like, we got to try to see if we can go. You know how we mentioned about doing the commentaries and stuff? I was like, man, if we were to go over and watch him play, only get a couple minutes though.
Yeah.
You just went in for like a good, like, little impact sub.
I'm pretty sure like if
20 minutes.
I mean, I don't know if it's still do it like how they used to, but if you like wait for him outside, maybe we can get a little.
Little pictures.
little
and
talk.
shit.
picture or something.
Little interview.
Yeah. Be
Yeah.
like,
What would be the one question you would want to ask? Like, hey, why are you still playing?
sir.
I think probably been like, what's the best goal he's ever like? What's his favorite? goal?
His personal favorite goal.
Ooh.
You know what? If anything, if you're talking about club wise, I would imagine. I mean, for sure, because he had so many successes with Real Madrid, with Man United. But I would imagine Real Madrid has to kind of pop up as like having some of his better goals.
Yeah. I would ask him like what was like his favorite and his least favorite part of being in Madrid.
Ooh, I would say I think I've heard something like that. He's mentioned about working with those players,
Yeah.
especially like Ronaldo and stuff. So, because I mean, I think people have noticed that like there was a difference in Chicharito's game from whenever he left from Madrid and then he went to Bayern Leverkusen. Like he was their standout player and he was going off.
Yeah.
They argued like if Man United would have kept him, they would have had an absolutely different player. So I mean, I don't know. That's really crazy that
And
he's.
another like question too would be probably like if it was the first time going to Europe again, who would out of all the teams, if any team can get you, like which team would you prefer
to go to.
or if you like, if
He'd
decides
probably
to go Real
like
Madrid or anything like that
knowing
too,
him,
but-
he'd probably be like, no, I'd stay with like Man U and stuff like that.
Shit, yeah.
But it'd be like if you had to be like picked by a team that you didn't play for in
Yeah,
Europe,
just like
who would you go to?
Anybody that you can
Ooh.
choose.
Except the ones that you played in. Like who would you pick?
Yeah, you would
That would be
avoid
a
that.
pretty good one.
Man, because I'm thinking about it now. Like, I mean, we know him as a legend, of course, in Mexico, but like I wouldn't say he didn't necessarily get like the best proper like goodbyes in regards to his his actual professional career. Because I think I heard it from somewhere like Chicharito did not get a proper goodbye in his last Mexico game.
No.
I don't think so. And then like the way he went out with Chivas too, like it wasn't the best either.
He did not play his best at all. With them.
No. He
Like-
should have never shaved his head.
Like, right. And I think like like not trying to like shame him or anything, but he was like seeing him like be a broadcaster in the World Cup. He was in better shape than he was with Chivas. Like honestly, with Chivas, he didn't look like he was in the best shape.
Yeah, you can kind of see it too. Well, they also blamed him for like he was previously like trying to get into like streaming.
Yes.
big time
he
and
did
everything.
for the longest time.
Yeah, so they
Cool.
were
He
saying
was-
like they
yeah.
blamed him for that. But I don't know, maybe a little switch action going on when now being here, because they were saying too that he's been in Dallas a lot for like the World Cup games and stuff.
Yeah.
They were saying like he's been doing a little bit of like
He was staying there a little too long.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
becoming
Like, stop,
suspicious.
what are you doing here?
So I would imagine it
I
has
mean,
to do
it's
something with
either
that too.
he'll play or he'll buy stock into it.
He
Like
would,
ownership.
he needs to be smart enough to be able to
Yeah.
at least try to see if he can get himself into that. I mean, get a little bit of money along with it as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't really think of any other really big transfer rumors. I know I kind of wanted to finish out with that. I'm glad I remembered it. But yeah, MLS transfers or anything. I know. Well, actually, Griezmann's now with
Griezmann.
Orlando.
Yes, yeah.
Is it just Orlando?
Who's
No, what are they called?
Lewandowski with?
Lewandowski's
Chicago.
with
Chicago.
He went to
Okay, yeah.
Chicago.
I like that. I like that they're not all going towards one. Like they're not going
Like
towards like
Miami
LA,
or-
like LA or Miami. Like
Yeah.
he's going to Chicago.
They're not
like,
going to the big three.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
like
yeah, I guess you could say
Galaxy,
that.
Miami, or Red Bulls.
They're actually
Yes.
spreading out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who's the coach? It was the previous U.S. men's national team coach.
Berhalter?
Yeah, Berhalter.
Mhm.
He's at Chicago,
Mhm.
and they say like because of him that he was able to convince Lewandowski to come over. Hector Herrera is still at Houston Dynamo. I'm trying to remember some like big players that ended
I
up
was
coming
like, is
about.
he?
Yeah, he's still
I
there
was like, he's still there.
because he
Well,
went
he
to
left and then
he
he,
w-
came back. Right?
he went to Toluca. I want
Yeah,
to say.
Was it with Toluca?
I think so.
Oh, I want to say it was
Yeah.
Toluca. Then he came back
Yeah.
to Houston Dynamo. Trying to think of anybody else really, but no, I know Lewandowski was a big one. Griezmann was a big one. I can't think of anybody else. Human Son has been with LAFC for a little bit now. Nah.
Yeah, like
Other than of course the Miami.
Yeah.
like-
Well, we'll make sure, like, whenever the transfers continue happening and within the episodes, we'll make sure to bring up from time to time what's going on, what we think, and just so we can continue on with those as well. But like I said, yeah, I'm gonna keep up a little bit more with like those leagues. Be on the lookout. Actually, we are going to be doing a league prediction going on. We're going to be doing for our favorite clubs. So for mine being Chelsea, I'm gonna do a quick little Premier League rundown for league prediction along with my co-host, and then as well with Barcelona to see what you guys think the season's gonna look for them, and also where they're gonna be landing on the table, or just some unexpected things that we might end up seeing. Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
And on my promise, trying to see if I could watch a little bit more Liga MX action going on as well. We'll make sure to let you guys know and keep you guys in tune. But that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and be on the lookout for the next ones coming up. But other than that, catch you guys on the next one.
See you later.
Bye.